Up next in our ancillary series is going to be short-term home health. Now, in this session, we're going to cover some short-term health carriers that you can contract with here at National Contracting Center. Now, you'll notice on the screen that we have specific plan names below the carrier, and that is because some of these carriers have multiple short-term plans. So what you see here are the short-term care plans that we believe offer the most decent benefits and are available in the most amount of states. All right, we're going to start with Aetna's Recovery Care. It starts issuing at age 50. This is the highest issue age out there. The covered days and elimination periods are going to vary a good bit across these carriers. So before we dive in too much, we should probably address this. So covered days is the amount of days in which a policy for short-term care will pay the benefit amount of the policy. The elimination period is the amount of time before those covered days will kick in. And most of these carriers are going to be 0 to 20. Some will have a higher elimination period that more coincides with the Medicare pay period for short-term care. So the lifetime maximum for Aetna is twice the amount of covered days, which really just means that it will restore one time. So it has a restoration of benefits built into the policy. And after 180 days of being free of care, those benefits would restore for a full new set of covered days. And that has nothing included with the policy. They're probably the most basic policy that we have, and you'll see that is probably reflected in the example premium because there's nothing else included with it. It doesn't include home care. It doesn't include prescription drugs. It's a very stripped down policy, but it does make it crazy affordable for your beneficiaries. It does have a pre-existing clause, and most of these carriers are going to have one. Aetna's is 6 months after the effective date. Their underwriting is a little bit difficult. Any yes answer to their health questions is an automatic decline. There are 5 categories, and they have between 3 and 6 questions each. Their plan design is tailorable, though, so you can give your beneficiary as many or as much per day in benefits as they can afford. So that makes it pretty simple. They do not have a Social Security debit. The only company that does have a Social Security debit is Wellaby. That's a big benefit to a lot of seniors. They want their stuff taken directly out of their Social Security check. And of these carriers, Wellaby is the only one that will do that. While we're talking about Wellaby, let's go ahead and look at them. They're going to have a much longer issue period. They will issue from age 40 to 89. Their covered days and covered amounts is up to $300 per day for up to 360 days. A one-time restoration, and it does have additional benefits included. And the one that is really the most interesting is a household improvement benefit that will give the covered beneficiary $500 to make needed home improvements so that they can stay in their house. Now, that could be things like putting in a walk-in shower, maybe building a ramp to get in and out of their house, or even widening doorways so they can fit a wheelchair through. Right? So all those things are covered in that household improvement benefit, and that is included in the base policy. That is not a rider. I'll say that again. That is not a rider. That's in their base policy, a base policy benefit. It will also cover $500 for care coordination. So if you have to have multiple people in and out of their house, or maybe they had to have a speech therapist sent to the nursing home, that $500 care coordination will help make sure that is taken care of. Now, Wellaby does have a good bit of riders available. So they have a nursing facility care rider and an inflation protection rider, which in this day and age is kind of important. It is reasonably priced. It's just for, if you look at our premium down here, for a 65-year-old person, it's $27.57 a month with no discounts. Speaking of discounts, they do have a household discount of 7%. That is just for living with somebody that's over the age of 40. If both people get a policy, so there's 2 people in the household and both of those people get a Wellaby policy, there's another discount of 14%. And If one of those two has a Wellaby Med Sup policy, there's another 5% discount available there. So that's up to 19% in discounts on this policy that was already very affordable. So if you look at our example here, a base policy of $100 per day for 180 days with a 20-day elimination is $27.57 a month. If they got all of the discounts, around 20%, that's going to be $22 a month. That is an extremely good price there. These plans are very, very tailorable. These are not set in a specific plan design. If we move to our next carrier, GTL, that's where we're going to see plan designs. They have 3 set plan designs. And those plan designs kind of give them the ability to add benefits on the front end and keep prices pretty reasonable. So the additional benefits that you'll see from GTL are home health care aid, a prescription drug benefit, and a family caregiver benefit. The prescription drug and the family caregiver benefit allows a client to be reimbursed for picking up their medications. Well, why would they do that? Because if you're picking up your medications, you're hopefully going to be taking them and obviously staying healthier longer, and it will reimburse that beneficiary up to $900 per year, $900 on the policy that almost triples the yearly premium. So keep that in mind. The policy can really pay for itself just with that prescription drug reimbursement benefit. It will pay up to $400. We're talking about GTL here. It will pay up to $400 per day for up to 360 days of confinement. It does have a one-time restoration, and they do have a good bit of riders as well. So they have an accident and sickness, a hospitalization, a dental, and a vision rider. And that's unique as well. They're the only ones here that have a dental vision rider. They also have an ambulance rider, a critical accident, and a return of premium. They only have 4 health questions in their underwriting. That's it. So it's really fairly simple as far as the requirements to be eligible for this plan. And only of those 4 questions, only 1 through 3 are knockout questions. The 4th one will just get them rated. So now we move to Cigna. Cigna is an interesting carrier. They have a 3-plan design, and they don't have a prescription drug reimbursement in those plan designs. So the 3-plan designs, let's be honest, their plans aren't crazy competitive. About $40 for $100 per day with no elimination. And that's the catcher there, no elimination on that. They do have an inflation protection benefit available, and they will cover facility care, home health care, bed reservation, and care transition. So care transition, just so we're on the same page with that, that's moving somebody from a hospital to a nursing facility. So that ride to the nursing facility, that is costly. So that's what's included with care transition. Cigna does have a one-time restoration. You can get benefits up to $300 per day, but you only have 2 benefit periods to choose from, 180 days or 360 days. But here's the kicker. They're one of only 2 carriers that issue all the way down to age 18. So this would make it a very good opportunity to present to your ACA market, along with the Bankers product that we talked about in our Bankers video. So that's kind of the niche with Cigna. It's not the most cost effective, but it is Cigna. Manhattan Home Care issues down to age 45, and they're probably going to be one of our most tailorable, I think. They have 3 plan designs, which is very similar to GTL in the overall design. They also have the prescription drug reimbursement, but it's only up to $600 per year. So GTL is going to allow you to get more back in prescriptions than what Manhattan does. Manhattan's riders are available, including annual routine physical reimbursement, accidental death and dismemberment, home medical equipment, which that makes them unique, an ambulance benefit, and an accident expense benefit. Again, Manhattan's underwriting is very simple. It's only 5 questions. Any yes is a decline, but it's nothing crazy and nothing that you have to worry about for your beneficiaries. They do have an annual policy fee. So some of these carriers have a one-time policy fee of like $20, but Manhattan has an annual fee, which is going to be $20 every year. That's not included in this premium example here, but for $100 per day on their classic plan, we'll look at the premium. It is $25.88 at age 65. So it's very reasonably priced. The kicker with them, and what's going to set them back a little bit, is they will not cover Alzheimer's. So they don't have a pre-existing clause, but Alzheimer's or senility will not be covered at all on that plan. So if they get confined, if a beneficiary gets confined to a nursing home or needs home health because of that, it's just not going to be covered. And then our last carrier is our newest carrier, Bankers, the Vantage Recovery. We talked about this kind of in our Bankers video, but we'll go over it again. They're one of two carriers that will issue all the way down to age 18. So they're more geared towards that ACA market, right? But even at age 65, their premium is insanely affordable. So $23.81 a month gets somebody $100 a day in coverage for 180 days with a 20-day elimination. Now, these plan designs are very tailorable to the client, and there's 4 categories of health questions. One category has 10 questions, and that's the most. The other ones are going to have like 1 or 2 questions. It's not really bad. And Bankers here will cover Alzheimer's. As a matter of fact, they advertise it. So that's going to be the niche market with them is Alzheimer's patients or someone with a history of Alzheimer's in their family. They may want to take up this policy to be able to cover that should that occur in their life. There they have a home health care and a cancer first occurrence rider available with a household discount of up to 10%. So they and Wellaby are the ones with the household discounts available on these plans. That wraps up our short-term care carrier comparison. Hope this has been helpful for you guys. If you like this, please like our video and subscribe to our channel. We're going to be putting out more content like this in the coming weeks, and you want to make sure that you are watching our channel so to see when that comes out. If you'd like to talk more about these products or any of the ancillary products that we've talked about in this ancillary series, we'd love for you to reach out to us here at National Contracting Center. We'd be glad to talk to you about how these products can integrate into your business and how you are running your business. Now, everybody's different. Everybody's setup is unique, and we want to make sure that we craft a plan specifically for you. Our sales development managers are looking forward to speaking with you and putting a plan in place to make sure that you are as successful as you can be. Thank you so much. We look forward to talking with you soon.